So each month, for him to attain this car, he has to save how much money? 100.
These students are dealing with a lot of numbers, but they're not studying math.
Who can give me a flexible expense?
This is Camilla P's financial literacy class.
Many students choose to take this class because they see understanding about financial literacy can change their future.
We made a plan to put her back on track by separating her needs from her wants.
One of the most important lessons here is how to save money and make better financial decisions.
So what I'm trying to get them to understand, this is what your parents have. Now how are you going to attain your wealth?
And she taught us a lot about saving. You know what you're doing when you get older and out of college. I actually talked to my parents recently about starting a CD, certificate of deposit account.
So trying to get them to make choices about later, not so much about now, and that is difficult.
But Abiola Bakare took that lesson to heart. He can now plan his own budget and knows how to set priorities.
I realized that I have to budget and try to figure out what I can spend on now and what I can spend on later.
Why are they saving? Why do they create their budget?
He teaches her students about the financial mistakes many adults make that can send them into debt, like not balancing their checkbook or misusing credit cards. She uses real-life stories and examples to help them recognize and avoid bad spending habits.
He's going out way too much, and he's spending way too much for personal shopping.
Teenagers like to be in flat fashion, so they tend to spend a lot of stuff they only use for a week, and then it's out of style.
I have even made that mistake before. I made some money, and instead of trying to save it for the future, I spent it on some shoes and some clothes, which was a very terrible mistake.
What is a budget buster trap?
Camilla P. introduced this program 3 years ago. Last year, she was named Personal Finance Educator of the Year by the Greater Washington chapter of Jumpstart, a nonprofit that promotes financial literacy. Charles H. Flowers Vice Principal Moji Silva says her class has become very popular among students and their parents, too.
One particular parent said, "In my days, we don't have anything like this. I didn't know how to write a check until I was in college."
As part of the class, Camilla P. encourages students to ask their parents how much they make and how they spend it, so financial literacy becomes a part of everyday life. For writer Faiza Elmasry, I'm Faith Lapidus, VOA News.